right now the players are about to go into it just doing hand warmers, but before we get into that, it is incredibly difficult, of course. You know, people say time and time again, we've heard it whenever people play Pichu, Olimar, Pikachu, etc. Short characters can be very difficult to deal with, right?
That's a good point, yeah. Inkling is another one, but Inkling's not really that common in the meta, but Zersu can really struggle against the tiny characters. Let's take a look at some of the runs these guys have had to get here to Winner's Semi. So ESAM defeating Wemus, Bedgar, Charlie the King, and Nairo yesterday to secure his spot in Winner's Semis in a nail-biter Game 5 set. Meanwhile, Mars on the other side, his bracket comparatively a little bit shorter, beating Bulby, Prodigy, and Meister to make it. So if you hear some of these runs, Mars is a little bit lighter, I would say.
Oh, definitely, right? And I have to say, though, really talented player, able to get a really big win right there on Meister. And that win, of course, when it comes to Game & Watch versus Zero Suit Sam, is a very tough matchup.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons for that is because of those zoning tools that Zero Suit Samus has. And you're going to see Mars use the same zoning tools with the Zair, with the side B going into this match. And I believe we're about to get locked into the first Winner's Semi set here for Ultimate Singles at Genesis 7. Let's go.
Here we go. Town and City is the stage. You can see ESAM starting out with the T-Jolts, and Mars punishing him heavy, 30% just for hitting the P button.
Yep, and that's the name of the game, dude. I saw like at least 3 Zairs so far. But one of the things that I wanted to mention is that, yes, this can be a bit of a difficult matchup, but one of the things that a lot of players recognize about ESAM is that, you know, ESAM is a player who definitely loves to be on the offensive, right? And because of that, he sometimes can fall prey to being maybe a little bit too offensive, right?
Yes.
And that can leave openings for the players. So hopefully, I feel like, though, lately, ESAM has been tightening it up as a player. His confirms, his combos have been getting so optimized. Like, this guy literally is creating a lot of content to show the people how it's done with Pikachu. But right now, Mars showing us that Zero Suit Sam is a character that a lot of people actually had doubts about in the beginning of Ultimate. Now this character is actually being considered as a top tier.
Yeah, and I think that was sort of what Japan said. Japan said, no, you guys are wrong about Zero Suit. It's so strong. We didn't really believe it, but then Mars switching off of Ike, picking her back up, and ESAM with an early mistake there, showing us how powerful Zero Suit could be. As he rolled into her, he actually, I think, air dodged in rather, and got hit by the paralyzers, that down smash. And here, Mars just sitting pretty. He expected the spot dodge, but didn't quite pull the trigger.
Great usage of those F-tilts right there just to keep Pikachu at bay. It does a really good job of picking up short characters. Mars still living. And another thing that Pikachu has to worry about is the fact that, you know, Mars has the flip jump, right? So even if he knocks Mars into the air, Mars could flip jump out of potential thunders.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things in this matchup. We know that ESAM is one of the best edge guarders on the planet. He's so good when his opponent is off stage and he's able to sort of burn all their resources and stop them from getting back. But Zersu with the flip jump, with all of her sort of options, you could see it right there, getting right around the thunder.
And very smart, just jumping around that down smash, which could have resulted in a big up B. But now we have ESAM with a lot of momentum, and that dash attack is such a good combo ender. Great tech chase tool. It can even KO opponents. But Mars, again, you have to be careful against Zero Suit Samus. You try to ledge trap her, and she could just flip jump.
Yeah, just being able to take away Pikachu's edge guarding, ESAM's edge guarding, is such a huge boon in the matchup, and it's one that ESAM has really got to figure out over this this best-of-5 set. Right now, it seems like it's the Mars show, as he's just kind of running over ESAM. That might do it. Boost kick. That'll make it happen. Game 1 goes to Mars.
Yes, right there, just getting that down smash, and that was so solid right there. Was able to get that, just literally lock him in place. And I feel like every time you see ESAM try to come back on stage, usually against other opponents, he's able to just quick attack right through. But it looks like Mars just has a good read on him. And I feel like, you know, Mars as a player, we've seen it a lot of times, even when he's faced like the likes of Nairo, right? Where if he has a set lead on players, usually it's because he has a good understanding, a good grasp of how they play, and he maintains that, right? He's really good at just understanding patterns, and I kind of saw that when he was facing off against ESAM. There are times where they're literally in neutral, and he'll just stand there, and sometimes expect a spot dodge and sneak in that down smash. Mars is so good at that, and I've seen a lot of cool tricks, even with tech chases off of like forward throw, where he could get reads on people, which we haven't really seen that. I don't think he's been really forcing too many grabs because it's Pikachu, right? So he's just trying to meet him in the neutral, and he's been getting a lot of good. He basically placed a lot of good bets, and here we go right now. Game number 2, ESAM. He wants it to be a little bit of a bigger stage, opportunity for him to set up some jolts, and I like what he did right there. You know, even the platform setup allows for good extensions.
Yeah, I think what he might be doing here is he's clearly having a lot of trouble sort of getting Mars off stage and keeping him there.
Yeah.
Maybe these platforms are here to sort of give Mars a false sense of security. Maybe Mars will go to it and he'll be able to cover 2 positions at once. ESAM with a slight lead. And also, you got to remember the T-Jolt's going along the wall, kind of tracking all the way down. Goes for the tech chase, can't quite follow up though.
And if anything, these platforms also can allow for him to have different places to recover because honestly, he's getting caught by a lot of down smashes at the edge right now. And that's probably why we might have seen the switch. At least he's able to go for the jump from the edge and then like fade back to that platform up there for an added up layer of mix-up. Good DI by ESAM, but it doesn't even matter. Okay, good spot dodge as well. Yeah, so that whenever you see that forward throw, you DI up and out because usually Mars is able to get a knockdown and tech chase there.
So one thing that I'm noticing, I'm looking at the player cam, and ESAM's having a good time. He's laughing, he's smiling. I feel like ESAM isn't in the state of mind. Like, we always know that he's in good spirits. He's always having a good time. He's trying to have fun. But I don't know if he's in the right state of mind to beat Mars here, because if you look at Mars, he's fully invested. He's plugged into the game. He will perish to that dash attack, but he's taking a deep breath. It just feels like maybe ESAM is maybe not taking it as seriously. It looks like he's a little bit more tuned in here.
Yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying. A lot of times when players are here at these tournaments, you expect that killer instinct, right? Which basically, you know, allows these players to forget the fact that, yes, we are friends and we are playing, you know, a family game and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, this is, you know, this is a tournament, right? And it's an endurance run as well. There's a lot on the line. They're part of a big team. And of course, even the rankings matter a bunch too. So that's why you see the likes of Mars. You know, Mars, I spoke to him. He said he doesn't even like fighting Pikachu that much. You know, he has to be super duper focused, which is why you can see how focused he is. He's taking these deep breaths. ESAM, I think he's just having a good time, man. He loves the game. He loves to be here. But like you said before, man, being able to have that, just that tenacity, right? It probably would allow for him to be able to get that edge.
Yeah, it's a mindset for sure. And you saw Mars with that. He went for the DI check up throw, didn't quite get anything. Yeah, he goes for it again, and this time ESAM fails it. And I didn't even see sparks on that, so I don't think he was ready. Zerasuit's up throw just so fast, often can't react to it. As Mars only needs one more stock to go up 2-0 here, hitting multiple Zairs on him. ESAM's counterpick not really working for him. He's shooting the Thunder Jolts, and they're tracking all along the floor, but it still does not seem to be enough. Gets the tech chase, but it's only a grab.
Yeah, right now I could just see Mars. He's super duper comfortable right here. And, you know, ZSS is just so mobile, right? Really quick character, cutting off Pikachu so many times. And that shouldn't be a KO.
No.
But, man, it's still a statement that's being made. Oh, no, especially that.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I was watching it. I was like, is he going to do it? I kind of smelled it, you know what I mean? Because he's going down there. We've seen the Mars drop. He does it over and over. Did it to Prodigy, actually, in Winners yesterday. Took his stock very early, and he just kind of tracked Pikachu down there, and eventually he's going to get right on top of him, get that down there, get the spike. He's going to take game 2. And again, I feel like, you know, ESAM, he's always in good spirits, always having a good time. But I want to see a little bit more... je ne sais quoi. I don't know what to tell you. There's something I think he needs to tap into here.
Yeah, I'm looking at him. He's just like, you know, it's not like he's slumping. Oh, okay, well.
Maybe a little.
A little, okay.
It kind of looks like he's okay with losing. He's like, all right, well, I'm okay to go to loser's bracket. I'm 1-4 with the guy. And that you don't always want to psychoanalyze because obviously we can't get into the players' heads.
Yeah.
But he already sort of looks a little lost here.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can get something started. He doesn't even have the loops, unfortunately, against Mars there.
Yep, especially with that flip jump. You have to be on point with that. It's tough. I think what's happening is that Mars has a lot of good tools to just stop Pikachu from approaching. And as you can see right here, look what's happening. ESAM, he wants to engage, but it's looking very difficult. I see the spacing right now with the nairs. Yeah, such great aerials, and that trade, that didn't benefit ESAM at all. It ended up with him being off stage. And if, you know, ESAM, a lot of the times, he's able to press a lot of buttons. And right now, if he's in a situation where he's not, it can probably be very, very tough to deal with.
Yeah, I think that ESAM's just kind of holding forward, and Mars, a very defensive player a lot of the time. He's very flashy, but he really waits for you to commit, and then he'll punish you for it. ESAM looking a lot better in this set. Maybe he's sort of tapped into that a little bit more, tries to get the jump out of shield. Mars not giving it to him, but he keeps him at the left side of the stage. Doesn't quite earn him a KO, but almost.
Oh, trying his best right here, though. Okay, ESAM, opportunity for ledge traps.
I love the grab there.
Very brave stuff. Okay. And, oh, aggressive right there with the upbeat just to get ESAM off his back. That allowed him to escape all the ledge trapping.
Oh, and you saw ESAM not really committing. He had all the time in the world to punish that grab, but he doesn't do it. Might not matter, though, if he could get this first stock. That'll do it. Dash attack. No, not quite. Wow.
It's still living. That's crazy.
I did not expect that. Okay, lives all the way at 146. My God.
Smart block, by the way, by ESAM when you saw the flip jump fair. Still not netting the KO either. Okay, great job by ESAM also staying airborne. As if you get airborne, you won't get grounded by that flip jump.
Yes. Gets the quick attack right past him. 163 on Mars, who's just not letting this stock go. We're going to see a back throw. Tries to go for the zap. Not going to happen. ESAM, this should do it. No.
Up throw.
All right, yeah. There we go.
Absolutely.
It's safer.
There you go. There you go.
I was going to say, why didn't he dash attack? But he had a different idea in mind.
Especially with that reach that he had as well.
Yes.
Okay. Another thing that makes it very difficult for ESAM, it seems here, is that against a lot of other players, when they apply pressure, oh my God!
Followed through.
I felt that, dude. That was painful.
I think what he was doing is like, I think ESAM was like, okay, I'm gonna get punished on stage. Mars said, no, I'm coming out there.
Right.
So smart from Mars, always sort of playing so offbeat, hitting you where you least expect it. But ESAM might have this locked down. He gets the flip jump, can't quite punish it the way that he wants.
Here come the combos again. Didn't pursue him up in the air, probably a little bit too far at range as well. Okay, now we see the quick attacks again. It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't think he felt safe enough to do it before. Maybe a little hesitant, but now he's doing it a little bit more because Mars is jumping a lot. Eats the back air, but he's going to survive. What's the recovery? We got the ledge, but we're eating a jab.
Oh, I thought that was the sound of a down smash connecting, but ESAM fighting his way through the stage. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, with a short character like that, that was super smart by ESAM. Sneaking underneath, getting the up smash, understanding that ZSS loves to be airborne. She has a lot of great safe pressure. So safe that Pikachu can't get those back air punishes out of shield.
Yeah, that was just so well placed, getting under there with the up smash. And you could tell he tried the back air, the flip jump got a little bit too low, but instead he's just kind of spamming these aerials on Mars' shield. Mars falling more and more into them. There's the forward air, ESAM at 99. He's got to hold the stock. He cannot get boost kick, and I love that. He air dodges down to the ground. He doesn't go into Mars because he doesn't want to get stunned.
Absolutely. Sneaking into center again. Uh-oh, but there it is. ESAM, I like the patience that we're seeing too.
Beautiful tracking on that tech in. ESAM is firing on all cylinders. Mars looking a little wobbly here, but he goes all the way out there and makes a statement with that side B.
That's crazy. A lot of players would not do that against a character like Pikachu, but Mars, he definitely has the confidence to do that. Good read on the jump again, and he's deep towards the blast zone.
And you saw the SDI from Mars. That might have saved him. Did you see how deep in Pikachu's model he was? So smart. We're going to see another up smash here. ESAM taking a lot of damage for nothing. He's got to find a way back down to the ground. Chooses an aggressive option. Mars is going to punish him.
And players right there thought we were going to see a boost kick ender, but Mars keeping it safe. This time we should see a KO. And no!
The SDI! Again! He's so far into ESAM that he doesn't go off on the side. The SDI is otherworldly. He's going to flip jump back on stage. Has to avoid the Thunder Jolts. Goes for the aggressive drop. It's not going to happen. We're going to see a down throw. What's the follow-up?
He can't get anyone. He sees the flip jump right there. Has to respect. We see the Jolts are out. And he gets the dash attack catching him. But Mars, still, how many leases of life does he have?
Oh, no way! No way! Is he out of the tournament? And with that, Mars will take it over ESAM with the wildest berry we've ever seen.
And the entire time we noticed so many flip jumps on stage, and none of them leading to a berry, but that one in particular found its mark.
And ESAM still all smiles. He's having a good time, but I mean, after that berry, I don't know if I'd be grinning like that. That's, whew, good Lord.
Yes, and right now, guys, that's going to be 5-1 between those players here in their lifetime of sets, dude.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And no games earned for ESAM either. That was a 3-0. The last one looking a lot closer, looking much better. And ESAM just so close. It looked like he was right there, but then the berry, the bane of everybody that hates Zersuit on the planet, just so close. But the berry got him, and he had all the time in the world to set up the boost kick.
Yep, so much time right there, but Again, 5-1 between the two of those players, and great job right now, Mars, moving on to the winners finals here at Genesis 7. Man, that was such a crazy set, dude. We were just talking about the zoning, right? And ESAM, you know, smiling like you said before, and you felt like you wish you got to see that killer instinct.
I mean, what it comes down to, I mean, ESAM's always having a good time. He's always laughing. He feels great, but I feel like Mars is just tuned into something else. It feels like Mars is here to win, and ESAM's here to have a good time, which is very often his MO. He plays better when he's having fun. He's very much like Light. But I do feel like, look at this, as he's getting hit with the boost kick, he's kind of smiling. You can see Mars sort of a little scared. He's biting his nails, a little nervous, but ESAM falling to Mars. Let's look at these stocks here. Yeah, you can tell the damage very low in this three-set game, like not just barely breaking 1,000.
Very, very tough due to the fact that, you know, Mars, again, great zoning tools. You saw the spacing, a lot of safe aerials as well. ESAM had a tough time trying to recover because Mars had really good offstage edge guards, had really safe pressure, so barely any out-of-shield punishes. Whenever you see ESAM face off against a lot of other characters, he gets that back air and then he'll loop that into he'll get that into the nair loop, right? But here, I barely saw any of the loops, dude. Any long combos. He optimized all of that, but wasn't even able to take advantage of it against his opponent.
That's an extremely good point, because if he wasn't really getting anything off of it, even with the neutral air, he was sort of trying to drag Mars down, but Mars kept getting off again and again, and because that Mars was able to escape and he got through it, the 3-0 on ESAM.
Yep, but now we're about to go to another winners semis match coming up here at Genesis 7, but Rod is going to introduce him to the stage first. Let's go, Rod.